Reconstructing the Past, the life of an archaeologist, Dr. S.R. Rao. To discover cities and artifacts of the ancient world is an exciting adventure that transposes us to fascinating archaeological sites. The Greek, Mesopotamian, and Egyptian civilizations were all discovered by archaeologists. But few know about the most ancient civilization, that of the Indus Valley in northwest India and Pakistan. The two important sites of the Indus Valley or Harappan civilization, namely Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, were discovered in 1921 and 1922 respectively. When India gained independence, these two archaeological sites were lost to Pakistan. It was then that another important site of Lothal in Gujarat was discovered by Dr. S.R. Rao. The discovery and excavation of Lothal by Dr. Rao has expanded our understanding of this sophisticated civilization and provided a new dimension to our understanding of the Indus culture. Sir, today it seems fascinating. How did you discover the lost city of Lothal?
An important site now known as Lothal, and we thought that must be a very ancient one. We asked some marriage party leader whether he has seen that site. He said, yes, it is my own site. Then he asked me to go to the site and see for myself, but on condition that I will have to wade through knee-deep water. We agreed to do that. So in the mire and water we went to the site, collected pottery, identified that as a mature Harappan site, and it was later seen by Mr. Ghosh, the Director General also, and finally it was decided that the site must be excavated.
Another notable achievement of Dr. Rao is his discovery of the ancient underwater city of Dwaraka, built by Lord Krishna. In addition to this is his decipherment of the Indus script, all of which speak volumes of his passion and commitment to discovering historical truth. Here is a tale of scholarship, sincerity, and tenacity of spirit. Dr. Rao discovered the port city of Lothal in November 1954 after intense years of exploration of the Kathiawar Peninsula in western India. He conducted scientific excavations of the site for 15 years when it was visited by eminent archaeologists such as Sir Mortimer Wheeler, Gordon Schild, Bridewood, Fairservice, and Dales. What led this famous archaeologist to the site was the discovery of the dockyard in Lothal, which was a controversial aspect. However, his interpretation of tangible archaeological evidences convinced them that here was the earliest dockyard in the world. Lothal was visited by great leaders such as Jawaharlal Nehru, Morarji Desai, and others, which made him an international figure. Little did he realize that he would find this historical discovery when he joined the Archaeological Survey of India as Assistant Director in 1948. Dr. Rao had majored in history from the Maharaja's College in Mysore. While studying under eminent professors, he lived in an orphanage as his parents were very poor.
In the Anathalaya, there were about 65 students, about 4 of them in each room. Now, if all the four start reading loudly, I mean, you can see what a chaos would be created. I was given to reading a bit loudly, therefore I thought I should not disturb others. So I used to go out and read under the street lights near the Oriental Institute, Mysore. And sometimes after reading, we used to go at almost midnight.
He was awarded the gold medal in BA Honours from the college. During the course of his student life, Dr. Rao was inspired by his professors and parents.
There are many stories which my father used to tell me. For instance, when he wanted to recite a sloka and wanted me to learn it, he used to give one example. That is, prarabhyate na khalo vigna bhayena niche, prarabhya vigna nihata viramanti madhya, vignair muhur muhur pratihanyamana, prarabdham uttama guna na parityajanti. That means, some people are afraid of any difficulty in their endeavor to achieve something, therefore they don't even start, they don't even begin the work. The Madhyama, the next grade of people would begin and go some distance, but when there are difficulties, they will give it up. On the other hand, the Uttama Guna, that is the superior people, will never give up a job taken up and see that it is always completed. See, that is one thing which I have learnt very seriously, and I have, I believe, achieved something in that direction. For example, when the temples of Aihole, Pattakal, Badami were all in ruins, every superintendent used to just see and go back without doing anything. I started the repairs, conservation work was executed with the help of my colleagues, and also it became so important that Pattakal has been declared a monument of world heritage. That is no small achievement.
Dr. Ranganatha Rao was born in 1922 in Shikaripur, Shivamogga district in the state of Karnataka, to Huchu Rao and Kamalabai. He attended the local high school and earned a first class. During the course of his excavations at Lothal between 1955 and 1962, Dr. Rao had innumerable experiences which are valuable for historians. Sir, Lothal must have been a great experience for you. How did you deal with the excavation problems, particularly with the local villagers?
They were worshipping some stones which they called as Vanavati Sikotri Mata. Vanavati is Vahanavati, that is a goddess of boat or ship or the sea, and they thought that that was the port that Lothal had developed into, and therefore they wanted us not to disturb the mother goddess. I mean, those 3 or 4 stones, shapeless ones, in fact, there was no carving, nothing of the sort. But we were insistent that we should excavate that mound, and when we removed those stones there, I mean, the villagers were very much upset, and to our misfortune, there was an accident. One fellow died, and then his others were wounded. Of course, we took care of them. The kind of cooperation we got when we were asking them to hand over their land for the extension of the excavation work and to build a museum.
It was near the few shapeless stones of the local goddess that Dr. Rao discovered the dockyard. He used oral tradition as a historical document to unearth the past. Trained in Paris and England under eminent archaeologists such as Sir Mortimer Wheeler, he proved that it was not Aryan invasion that had destroyed the Indus civilization. Instead, it was the tectonic disturbances in northwest India that ultimately led to the drying up of the river Saraswati. Corroborating archaeological data with Vedic concepts, he proved that there are many similarities between the Indus and Saraswati civilizations. The recent conference, the Sindhu-Saraswati Civilization, a reappraisal, which was held in Los Angeles in February 2009, recognized his valuable attempt of the reading of the Indus script. Sir, Indus script was something mysterious. The writing and the language are both unknown. What is your method of analyzing the script?
Yeah, that is the main problem of Indus writing. We neither know the script nor the language. With the two unknown factors, it is very difficult to ascertain what the language was or who were the authors of the seals and so on and so forth. Fortunately, when I studied a few seals, I found that some what we call pictures were not real pictures at all. They were only combinations of some signs and then adding some strokes or what we call diacritics to the signs. Therefore, I thought a proper analysis of the individual compound signs would itself yield as the basic signs on which we had to depend for ascertaining the stage of development of the script.
It is interesting to find that Dr. Rao's scientific way of excavations led him to decipher the Indus script that had been a conundrum till now. For his analytical method, he was awarded Nehru Fellowship by Indira Gandhi, the Prime Minister of India. Sir, during the course of your research, did you find whether the Indus script is related to any other world script or language?
Yes, the Indus script is related to Semitic script on the one hand and to Brahmi of India on the other. We find that the Semitic script was written in about 16th, 17th century BC. We have a number of Vedic words occurring in the Indus language, and therefore we consider it very close to the Vedic language.
Eminent scholars such as David Deringa, founder director of the Alphabet Museum, Cambridge, have written about his method. Many congratulations on your decipherment of the Indus script. Dr. W. W. Degrumond of Florida State University has said, Rao has now demonstrated, conclusively I believe, that the Indus people used a system of writing parallel to and historically related to that in which the Rig Veda, for instance, is known to us. It cannot be a surprise that the language is an Indo-European one. Finally, he established the first alphabet gallery of Indus script at Tirupati. Dr. Rao's passion for archaeology was tremendous, and during his last year of service in the Archaeological Survey of India, he discovered the ancient city of Dwaraka of the Mahabharata period, which had been submerged underwater. After serving the Archaeological Survey of India for 32 years, from 1948 to 1980, he was appointed Emeritus Scientist from 1981 to 1995 and advisor in the National Institute of Oceanography, Goa. Here, he introduced marine archaeology as a new discipline and directed underwater excavations of Dwaraka. He also excavated many other sites such as Pumpuhar, Amreli and Payyumpalli, For his discovery of Dwaraka, he received the World Ship Trust Award for first individual excellence in marine archaeology in 1992. He was the recipient of numerous other awards for his discovery and interpretation of the past. He held many conferences in marine archaeology that, according to him, can reveal the mysteries of the epic age in India. Dr. Rao's concern for India's heritage is unparalleled. His thoroughness in the conservation of monuments and interpretation of historical evidences can provide valuable insight for students of history, art, and archaeology. He is the author of numerous books: Lothal and the Indus Civilization, The Dawn and Devolution of the Indus Civilization, The Lost City of Dwaraka, to name a few. The quest to unravel the past is ingrained in his metabolism. Even at the age of 90, he has brought out his new book, The Language and Script of the Indus Civilization, where he has given his interpretation of additional Indus seals and writing. Sir, a lot of support and cooperation must have come from your family. Particularly, the contribution from your wife must have been significant, I hope.
I should say, but for my wife's cooperation, I would never have been able to achieve what little I could do.
The life of Dr. Rao is a journey of valuable experiences and insights that can inspire us to greater achievements. It's a journey of rags to riches, a life of dedication for reconstructing the ancient past for posterity.